Can the guilt of a relapse be helpful in a porn brain reboot? I'm Dr. Trish Lee. Let me tell you how. Number one, we're going to talk about what happens after a relapse in your brain and the emotional correlates of what you're feeling. Number two, we're going to talk about how you can use them to motivate you and fire you up and keep you moving forward. Number three, I'm going to give you one takeaway strategy to use today so that you can make sure that that relapse is worth it in the end. So stay tuned till the end for the brain tip strategy. Number one, can you use a relapse and the guilty feelings that you feel after to motivate you to continue to change? This is a question from someone dear to me in the 90-day program, and I wanted to get him an answer. Even though I emailed him, I wanted to get him a video answer, and I think everybody else can benefit from it too, because I know people beat themselves up after relapses. There is no lose in this journey. There's only win or learn. And if you learn from the relapse, it is a win. So guilt can be good. Guilt is the feeling that I've done something quote unquote bad. I've done something that I don't want to do. That can be motivating, because if I mess up and I do something I don't want to do, I immediately debrief myself. I've taught myself to pull myself away from whatever I'm doing, sit down with myself, get my journal out and write it down. Why did I just act that way? It's about me. Why did I relapse in this case? Deconstruct it. So in this case, and this is the case for most people too, in this case it is overworking, working long shifts, working many shifts, and your brain gets tired. It's in hyper arousal, too much fast speed, because it's been going, plus it's exhausted, which means it's too much slow speed. Overdrive and exhausted, burnt out, overwhelmed, stressed out. So when your brain is in that mode, it needs something to take the edge off. So if you can build breaks in, then you don't get to that hyper aroused mode. You can keep yourself in check. And this is the brain tip for the day. And this is number three, if you build breaks in, it is easier to stay away from the relapse. So think about the days that you have. They have to be perfectly engaged, not on overdrive, working too long, working 12, 13, 14-hour shifts. Many people are doing that. That is too long. You have to take a break. Ideally, you're working 1 hour and 15 minutes and you're taking at least a 15-minute break. When you get your lunch, go do something that brings your brain down. Of course, not watching porn, but something that relaxes your brain and is dopamine producing, something that you love, something that you enjoy. You like sports? Check some sports scores. You're a kryptonaut like me? Check the crypto. See if it's going up. If it's not, get off that app because it's only demoralizing. If you enjoy shows, watch a quick movie clip. Do something that gives your brain some dopamine, then go back to work. Stay perfectly engaged, stay out of hyperarousal so that you can stay out of hypoarousal and you can stay away from porn so you don't have a relapse. Now, say you do that. You work 3 12-hour days, you're just getting back up and going to work. Work, sleep, repeat. That's not a life. But if you're doing that, then you have a relapse. Let that guilt move you towards progress. If shame sets in, now shame is different. Shame is, I am bad. I'm a bad person. And unfortunately, many of us are taught shame around sexuality when we're young. We're taught that being a human and being sexual is not a good thing, and we're definitely taught not to talk about it. So when you realize I did something that I don't want to do, but I'm still a great human being, then you can use that fuel to move you forward to do things you do want to do so you can move towards a life of dignity and integrity. And you have to get a small win. So now, from that relapse, you say to yourself, I don't want to do that, but I needed to because I put myself in this position where my brain was jacked up across the day. The learning is I'm not going to let my brain get jacked up across the day. I'm going to give my brain breaks. I'm going to feed it some dopamine in a healthy way. And then if I'm really jonesing at the end of the day, what I'm going to do is give my brain a dopamine hit in a healthy way. It's going to be lower and your brain's going to have to learn how to deal with that. But if you get a small win, you can get over that hurdle. you can keep moving forward. So in that case, do something that takes the edge off, that's healthy. Become the person who lives in dignity and integrity through your actions. So in this case, you worked a couple 12-hour days, you come home, you're exhausted. You could pick up some food that you enjoy on the way home, so you're not eating cereal. Food's very dopamine producing for most people. My husband got home late last night, and 2 nights ago, very late unfortunately, I made just this chicken pasta dish with like a lemon butter sauce or whatever, but he was eating it late and he's like, whatever this thing is, it's a 9.9 out of 10. And he had a really long day, but the fact that he came home to a beautiful meal was really dopamine producing for him. If you like to play video games, not that it's a great alternative, but it's definitely a good cheat in the right direction in the short run. Play some video games, let your system come down. If you like to watch TV, watch a little TV, let the system come down. Take a shower. Showers are very relaxing and dopamine producing for most people. Take a great bath with lavender essential oils. Those are healthy alternatives that then can help you to fall asleep and to be able to get up and do it all over again the next day while you add some breaks so you stay out of hyperarousal. So yes, you can learn from relapses. Most people are going to have to. This is a process. It's not an event. It can be challenging up front, but it gets easier with every small win. So just know, if you do take the opportunity to learn from every relapse, it becomes every single one of them is a win. And when you approach it that way, your framework shifts. You're like, okay, I didn't slip back. Unfortunately, I did something I didn't want to do, but I'm going to learn from it so I can keep moving forward. Framework shifted for yourself. You're the person who is succeeding at this. You have to be that person, because if you feel like you're failing, you're going to be sucked back into it through shame. Use the feelings of guilt, I don't want to do this, to start doing things that you do want to do. Stay the course, get the small wins. Your brain will thank you. You will be so glad that you did. I will be here for you if you need me. Stay tuned on this channel, subscribe, get the notifications. I have new videos coming out all the time. And if you want support, join me over at drtrishlee.com. I have a new program, Porn Brain Reboot. It's all detailed on that website. It tells you everything that's involved in it. It's a beautiful site that explains it to you, and it's a nonprofit organization, so any purchase of any program, all the investment goes back into the cause so we can help people. We can heal some brains together, one brain at a time. All right, and as always, control your brain or it'll control you.